early in the morning, heart of South Philly. Let's go see what the people have got to say. I'm ready to roll, baby.
Now listen here, Dutch. The Mets and the Cowboys, they suck.
1, 2, 3, go Birds! Go Birds! What we got? 302BIRDS, United States. Go Birds! Oh my gosh, Chad.
Your favorite Chicagoan. Go Phils.
As always, God bless. Go Birds.
Get your water ice and soft pretzels ready because you are now tuned into a 302BIRDS podcast experience. Proudly presented by TickPick, Nick's Pizza, El Diablo Burritos, and Klondike Kate's on the heart of Main Street. Let's take it to the show.
What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. And officially, you know what I really should have gotten for the show tonight? Thank you. This week, guys, help me give a round of applause for a very special couple on the podcast, being our GM. Ashley is getting married to Connor out there in Chicago. It's going to be awesome. A Bears fan and an Eagles fan. What a romance, what a love. But in all seriousness, we're excited for it. It's going to be an awesome week. Bust out your dance moves. Get ready. It's going to be a lot of fun. A 302 wedding, some might say. And that's where KJ McCoy is coming to us live from, right, Mac?
Yes, I am. I am in Chicago. I am in Warrenville, where the wedding will be hosted at. And I actually saw the great couple, the legendary couple of Connor and Ash yesterday. And they are just very excited, very overwhelmed right now. But they are very humble and they are very grateful for everyone and all the support that they are getting for this wedding. So they're pumped and there's going to be a lot of fun. And I cannot wait for Dalt to get down here tomorrow. So it's awesome. I'm excited.
I've been playing every single wedding playlist. Gonna be a lot of fun. And we got a really special gift that's coming in the mail from all of us on the podcast. It's a crazy week out here on the podcast. So that's why you guys see on your screen only me, Mac. Dennis is filling in for Jack tonight. Jack's down in South Carolina. Zep's still at work. Ashley's obviously got her wedding. And Ballpark Tommy has got to be up at 3 o'clock in the morning tomorrow to be at the airport. So we're doing our best tonight. Hang in with us. Get your popcorn ready. Get your water ice because we got a lot to talk about, including the new Hoffman in town for the Phillies, the latest on Bryce Harper, who wants some fish, the Mutts are coming to town, the sustained success for the Eagles and what they can do to keep that up. Is Jalen Hurts really a top 5 QB? And last but not least, wrapping up the show, we're going to have Cowboys Chris joining us to talk about a debate for A.J. Brown versus CeeDee Lamb. So let us know in the comments right now who you think is better and why. But let's go ahead and dive right in to the freaking ballpark, even though Ballpark Tommy's not here. Time for Phillies talk with Ballpark Tommy. Finger stitch. So when you saw that they signed Hoffman, KJ, did you get excited at first?
Actually, you know what's funny? This is the first time I'm actually hearing about this. Like, I had no idea that we actually signed him back. So
it's not the same Hoffman.
Never mind then. So where's this guy from then? Because I can't even really see, to be honest, where he's from. It looks like...
So he's a minor league pitcher. That's him at Texas A&M. We got him from the Rangers, believe it or not. Sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot there. But he's 27 years old. The Phillies traded for cash considerations. His name is Nolan Hoffman. He had a career 3.65 ERA throughout 249 innings pitched throughout his time in the minor leagues. It's funny because when it comes across every Philly fan's phone, they're like, who? You see Hoffman and everybody gets all excited like me because obviously we all remember how great of a closer Jeff Hoffman was for the Titans. Now the new Hoffman comes to town. Hopefully that bloodline can hold true. I did see some people look up seeing if they're related. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't think that that's true.
Probably not. Hoffman's a very common name.
I agree. But hey, they're getting a reliever. They trade for cash considerations and somebody that, seems to have some history behind him.
Yeah. I mean, it's great to get another arm in this bullpen. I mean, we need it, especially a closer. I don't know if this guy's going to be a closer. Probably not. He's a relieving pitcher most likely. So I think it's great to get a guy like this guy. I mean, honestly, he is a minor league player. I don't know are they going to bring him up to our rotation already? Are they going to feed him to the Wolves already with the Phils? I mean, do we know that?
I haven't heard any of that yet. It's still very new right now. Kid's still very young. I don't know if it has anything to do with a minor league team, like if they're going to try to put him there first and let him develop, I would imagine. But we'll see how it plays out.
So he could be playing for Reading for all we know. So, he could be playing for Reading, or he could be playing for Lehigh or Jersey Shore, any of those, maybe even Clearwater, the Threshers that we saw. We didn't see them play, but that's where the Baycare ballpark is when we have spring training. So this guy he might not even play for the Phillies. So we'll only wait. I mean, we got to wait for a little while to see this guy play. So, we're just got to wait and see what happens and what they want to do with this guy. But yeah, with them not having Alvarado right now, it does give him a better chance of kind of bumping up. But I would honestly rather give a guy like Andrew Painter a shot right now, a guy who's already kind of established himself, a guy who has been hyped up. We know Ballpark has been waiting and biting his knuckles for so long trying to get Andrew Painter on this team. And, everyone's biting their knuckles to see this guy play. So I think, you know what, you probably keep this guy in the minors just like he was doing beforehand, and you bring a guy like Andrew Painter over. And, obviously, he isn't a relieving pitcher, but he's a starting pitcher. So then you move one of your relieving pitchers down as a relieving pitcher or something like that if you have to. That's what I think.
So I want to ask you a question, Dennis. Bryce Harper obviously being out of the lineup. That's the alpha male, right? That's the leader of this team. Bryce Harper could potentially be coming back to the Philadelphia Phillies on Friday. Can you speak on how much this would mean to this team to get their leader back?
At this point, it really depends on what Bryce Harper you're getting. Is the time off that he's had enough, or is it a rush back? You're still early off in the season. It's still before the All-Star break. Me personally, I'm not rushing him back. Let the thing heal before you blow him out and wear him out. The problem with Harper at this point, he's getting older. His body doesn't heal as fast as it used to. He's got nagging injuries still from, when he first signed with us, all the way from his national days. And he ain't getting no younger. And we're getting almost to the back end of this deal, or midway through this deal. I'm sorry, but he's not Bryce Harper of young anymore. He's not popping the ball out of the park every shot he gets. He's struggling. He's finding parts where he's hurt. I'd rather rest him, let him heal up, and even send him down to Lehigh for a series or two when he is ready or when he's healed up for enough, and then bring him back up so that way he's rested, and then you're good to go. Have him ready for the long haul. You don't need to have somebody going 230-something games in a row like you did Castellanos, but Harper is the alpha. That is the alpha male. That is Optimus Prime. You know what I mean? That is what you need to win games, but you need prime Bryce Harper. You need a healthy Bryce Harper. Look what happened last season when Harper was out in the beginning of the season and how much they struggled. And then he came back and they were on fire, and then they went overseas and played overseas, and then they died out. And then it was injury galore. It's the same with Ranger Suarez. Ranger ain't been the same since he got hurt last year. He's like dead. I'm sorry, but this team rallies off of Harper. If Harper is in a drought or he's not on his A game, This team struggles because they feel like they can't win. And when Schwarber's hitting, they feel like they're okay. But when you have those two combined, that's your two alphas. That is Optimus Prime and Megatron right there.
And I'm glad you brought that up, Dennis, because that's a good transition now. I mean, if they do let somebody hypothetically hit the free agency like Kyle Schwarber, you're right. I mean, I wouldn't even say it's like some people say it's like Batman and Robin. I wouldn't say it's like that. I would say it's like peanut butter and jelly. They're equal in this. They very much contribute in different ways to this team. Would you be upset if Kyle Schwarber hit the free agency?
If Schwarber leaves, the Phillies are screwed. You might as well say you're in a rebuild stage for the next 4 years. That's all it is. Harper cannot carry this team on his own. Castellanos will probably be ready to be on his way out because, again, he likes to win. He likes to play. He doesn't want to sit. Whatever comment he made to Thompson the other day, if y'all can't be men about it and just shake hands about it, and you got to be dumb enough as a manager to even go to the media with it when you know how Philadelphia media is, that's a problem. Like, you're now making drama. Like, you've now given the media of Philadelphia a fucking reason to go run their mouth. I'm sorry, but if you let him walk, we're in rebuild stage for the next 4 years. And if I remember correctly, Harper's got how many years left? 4? 3?
2031, I want to say.
Yeah, he's got a little.
He's got a little bit.
So you're still in that 4-5 range. So you're going to waste the rest of his good years on a rebuild. Why are we going to do that?
I would agree with that.
Like this offseason, you should have dumped Marsh. You should have dumped Rojas. You should have spent the money and went and got who you could have. You had every right. You've got cap space galore. You could have made the call that everybody's been asking for years and went and got Trout. Trout's problem is he's always had a fucking terrible medical team over there, and he could never get right because they rushed him back. He could have been here, been the DH. Schwarber can still play. Schwarber can still play outfield and be fine. Like, there's no reason why Trout couldn't be the DH and just be left alone. Like, that's my problem with this team. Bryce Harper's the alpha, but you're now about to waste the last 4 to 5 years of his contract and whatever prime he's got left. Sorry for rambling.
You're good. I was going to say the one thing, too, is I think Kyle needs to be on this team. Like, he's such – not you, KJ. Well, yeah, you, KJ. You should be. In the stands every game, get loud, getting hyped. But in all seriousness, like, Kyle Schwarber needs to be on this team. He really does. He's a leader on and off the field, and Philadelphia is his new home. So to see him leave the Phillies would be gut-wrenching, heartbreaking for so many true Phillies fans. I mean, the way that he commands that offense, the way that he leads, I mean, he's really the heart and soul of the bats for the Phillies. And you look at the gap between home runs for Kyle Schwarber and everyone else, and obviously I know Bryce Harper's had some injury. He's been out. That's going to change things a little bit. But Kyle Schwarber, like the gap, it's like 9, 10, 11. Maybe one guy has 12 if we're lucky. And then it's like 21, 22, 23. Kyle Schwarber, right? He's killing it. I think he's 3rd or 4th in the league right now in home runs, if not 2nd. So he really, I think, could hit a point in his, and it could be good and bad for the Phillies. And let me explain why for 1 second. In all seriousness, it could be good because Kyle's going to be pissed now. Like, the fact that the Phillies aren't going to give him this money, he's going to want to go out there every single game now and prove it to them. Like, okay, you don't want to pay me? This is what free agency is going to be. I'm going to go get paid. I'm going to go get a bag then. So he's going to be swinging and, I think playing a whole new level of baseball that we've never seen. So I think it's going to be good for the short term for the Phillies. The problem is, like Dennis said, I agree with him. I agree with everything Dennis said, except the Ranger Suarez comment. He is good this year. I promise you, Dennis. Look into it. He's better this year. He snapped out of it. I did my research. Don't worry. But on Kyle Schwarber, if he leaves his team, Dennis is so right. Even with Bryce Harper, even with some of this great pitching, even with all these guys around him, this team is going to be in rebuild phase because that's how much Kyle Schwarber contributes to this team.
So KJ, before you go, I just want to tap on one thing with this whole thing with Bryce, or not Bryce, with Schwarber. Philadelphia has always, whatever sports team it is, has always either had two players that have been the focal point that people pay attention to. As far as the Eagles, it was always Dawkins and Trotter for the defense. On the offense, it was McNabb for whatever reason I don't know, and Runyon. Or in our years, like it's always been Kelsey or Lane Johnson, Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox. Kyle Schwarber is the Malcolm Jenkins of the Philadelphia Phillies. Malcolm Jenkins came here, embraced the city, embraced the team, put the whole team on his back, and carried everything. And that's all this man has done since he's came to the Phillies. If there is a player that you want to hold that he reminds me of as far as characteristics as a leader, that is Malcolm Jenkins all over again in baseball.
I agree with that. I like that take a lot. KJ, what are your thoughts on Bryce Harper, Kyle Schwarber, all of it?
Yeah, with Bryce, I mean, obviously, he means a lot to this team and a lot to this organization, and getting him back is huge. So I think, but as Dennis was saying too, when he's healthy, that's what we need. We need that prime Bryce Harper. He's a man when he has that confidence where he's staring down Arcia from the Braves. Like we need that Bryce Harper back, the guy that just hits that missile out of nowhere against the Padres in the NLCS in 2022. Help us go to the World Series. I mean, that's the Bryce Harper we freaking love. The guy who wears the Fanatic socks and the Wawa socks or whatever he's wearing, Wawa Wise or whatever. He's just embraced the city as well. And I think with Kyle Schwarber, it's going to be a big test if they can really give him the offer, and maybe that's why they didn't make the moves, like how Dennis was saying in the offseason. And Dolt knows that I've stressed this enough too. There was a lot of moves that the Phillies needed to make in the offseason. This offseason was the offseason to make moves. It was a must to make moves, and they didn't do that. They didn't do that. They should have unloaded a good amount of players. In Marsh, they should have unloaded him. They should have unloaded in not Castellanos and obviously not Schwarber. I mean, like Bryce Harper now, but they could have maybe moved on from JT. They could have. But yeah, there were some players, obviously, as I was saying, and there's some, but they should have honestly added some more arms. I mean, especially in the pitching. I mean, in the bullpen, they definitely should have got some more pitchers. That's the main thing. And yeah, I think if they really want to keep Kyle Schwarber here, they got to really match with the offers from other teams. And there's going to be a lot of other teams that are going to be very hungry for Kyle Schwarber. And I think actually one of them is probably going to be the city that I'm actually in right now, and that's Chicago. I think they probably really regret letting Schwarber go. He was a big piece in their World Series championship they had. He was a big piece in that. So I think a lot of those fans, I've talked to a couple of Cubs fans before, and they always say like how much they miss Schwarber, and they're like, you guys are lucky to have him. Like we should have never let him go. And I think with Schwarber, I think we're going to be looking back at this and we're going to be like, oh my gosh, like, damn it, we should have never let him go. Like, we can't take it for granted that he is right now with Bryce Harper struggling. I mean, injury wise. And then also when he gets back to, he's kind of, obviously, he's kind of lost a little bit of a step. He's trying to get back in the groove. But Kyle Schwarber is in the groove. That's the main thing. And he is competing with guys like Aaron Judge for home run titles right now. And it's really great to see. So hopefully he can keep it up. And then also I think with what Dennis was saying about the whole rebuilding thing, it'll be really unfortunate because also here's the thing too, we can't bring any more talent around because we're paying the crap out of Trey Turner right now. Trey Turner's stuck here. And I mean, people are like, oh, well, Trey Turner's kind of returned now because he had 2 homers against the Marlins. That's the Marlins, the Miami Marlins, okay? Let's not get too excited, okay? The money that we're paying Trey Turner right now, he should be an MVP candidate, but he's not. Unfortunately, he's not, and he's still trying to find his groove. He's still trying to really mentally get back into it, and I think he is, but it's just going to take a little bit of some time. But, yeah, I think it's great hearing that Bryce is on his way to coming back and returning to this lineup. I mean, it definitely is going to be a situation for Thompson to figure out, because you got guys like Otto Kemp, who is filling in for Bryce Harper, who's doing a really good job. He's showing that he could actually be on an MLB roster. He's showing that he should have not really been down in the minors. He should have maybe been a bench player, should have been a rotating player in the lineup, but he wasn't. So I think, yeah, I mean, he's making a statement for himself. He definitely is. So we'll definitely see what happens. I mean, only time will tell. And yeah, so hopefully Bryce comes back and he's better than ever.
Well, I'll let you take this one first, KJ. Those wretched mutts, as Tommy Ballpark would call them. The mutts are coming to town, right?
The Mutts are coming to town, unfortunately. As much as I wouldn't want them to, I'm trying to get like a patrol or something, like to block them from their bus, their team bus, to even come in. Be like, no, you can't come in. I wish that would be possible, but it's not. But yeah, I mean, the Mets have been in a seesaw effect right now. They've been getting swept in series, losing games, winning series, losing series. Like, they've been all over the place. Frank the Tank has had to use his what's it called? His inhaler a good amount, I'm pretty sure. So he's had to use that puppy a little bit. But yeah, it's gonna be a really entertaining series. I mean, obviously this is the team that beat us in the postseason last year. I mean, we still have a really bad taste in our mouth. We were the better team. But here's the thing though, in the playoffs, in the postseason, it doesn't really matter about the better team. It's about really which team and which players can catch that they can really catch that moment, and that's what the Mets did. I mean, they can catch that ride. We did that in 2022 when we went to the World Series. We really kind of just we got on that ride, and we got on that wave, and we just kept on going on that wave. We surfed that wave and just kept on going. So the Mets really did that. I mean, they beat us in that series, and then obviously they lost in the next series, I believe. So yeah, I mean, it's a different team than last year. They have Juan Soto. Juan Soto's no joke. He is no joke at all. And I think obviously you got to watch out for him. And I mean, he is definitely a guy that is going to be he's going to be watched for sure. He definitely will be a guy to watch, and it's going to be cool to see him go up against Bryce and go up against Trey. I mean, some of his former teammates. So, I mean, I know there was a lot of talks. I remember Dalt was really excited. He thought that Juan Soto was coming here, but I tried to tell him, I tried to keep on telling him, like, Juan Soto's not coming here. Like, we don't have the money to give him. Like, we're paying Trey Turner. That money could have went to him. It could have, but we decided to pay his former teammate in Trey Turner instead. So, Dombrowski is just, yeah, he's just Dombrowski, and he's kind of being dumb. But yeah, this is going to be a good matchup against the Mets, and those annoying New York Mets fans will be like gnats in our ears, and probably Ballpark Tommy's going to try and get in a fight with one of them or something, maybe throw one off a railing, or I don't know. Not really, but yeah, we'll see. He'll want to, though.
He'll definitely want to by the end of the series. I mean, those Mets fans are wretched. Dennis, what are you thinking about it?
Did you say Tommy's going to throw somebody over a rail?
Wait, what?
Did you say Tommy's going to throw somebody over a rail?
Not really. He wants to.
What?
He probably wants to.
Look, ladies and gentlemen, let's be clear here. Just because I'm not here every week, I watch everything. There ain't no way Ballpark Tommy throwing somebody over a rail. That man don't got no mean streak in his body. There ain't no way.
That's not true. That's not true.
Well,
That's
somebody better
Yeah,
show me some clips of this man being mad at a game or something, because I don't see it. That man reminds me of Winnie the Pooh.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, you get him pissed off enough, and you'll be
Get
shocked.
pissed off.
All right, I'm going to have fun with this. I'm going to find a way to make him mad.
Phillies.
Well, hey, I know we got to keep it moving just because we got a special guest backstage.
Play the freaking
So, Dennis,
song.
I'll let you take this one first going into the Birds. Sustained success with Sirianni. He mentioned that these two things are what he thinks is going to help the team, being in the moment and being hardworking. Can you speak on that?
So as somebody that coached football, high school level and, little league, it's not a Super Bowl, but it's still a championship. The mentality of living in the moment and being hardworking does factor down to a lot of things. living in the moment can go so far, but you don't want to live on your past successes and dredge on it. Again, we went to the Super Bowl in 2022. We lost. We went into the next season. We went 9-0, 10-0 to start the season, and then crapped the bed because we were too busy living on the hype and dealing with drama. No, you live in the moment. You go day by day. Do not live on your past success because anything can change. This season is a new season. It's a whole new set of guys, except for the select few that are staying hardworking. Shows by what you bring in since that day after the Super Bowl. Some of these guys have stayed in the gym consecutively and have stayed on it and have not left it. Cooper DeJean has stayed in it. You can see their Instagram, their TikToks, all that. Nothing has changed. These boys are in the gym. Jalen may not, be out there talking to everybody every day, but there's people backing it up that he's talked to Michael Jordan. He's talked to Derek Jeter. He's talked to people that have won back-to-back championships because he is hungry. Hardworking in the moment is a serious thing. If this team is going to do it, that is the way to do it to sustain success, like Sirianni said.
Yeah, I think he hit the nail on the head, too. I like what he said being, hey, this puts us in the best shot to win. Like right now, when you're in the Super Bowl, when you're in that game, right? When you're in that moment, if you have been hardworking, you're prepared, and you're in the moment. You're not thinking about the past. You're not thinking about, 2 hours from now when you're maybe holding a Super Bowl trophy if all goes well. You're in the moment, whether it's third down, first down, second down, whatever. I'm going to get the most yards I can. I'm going to do everything I can to win right now, win every single play. That, my friends, is what's going to get us a repeat. That, my friends, is what's going to get the Eagles sustained success. I think it's an important thing. I'm glad to hear Nick Sirianni's talking about it. I really am, because that's kind of what we were talking about with what's the deal with this mini camp, right? You're bringing all these guys in. What it really is so that you can kind of set the tone to these rookies, these younger players, these free agents of, hey, this is what it means to be a Philadelphia Eagle. We ain't fucking around right now, right? Like we got some serious business to take care of. We're trying to get another Super Bowl championship. So look, get out your notepad, get out your pen, because we got some work to do. Be along for the ride. We want you here, but this is how you're going to be a part of success of what we built, and you got to be willing to work. But if you are, it's going to be great. So I think that the Eagles have a really beautiful thing going on right now, and off to a good start. Mac, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's great to hear how focused he is, and how focused this team is. It really shows that this team doesn't want to be a one and done. They don't want to be a one and done. They want to be a team that's remembered. They want to be a team that can go back to back, a team that can really kind of go and compete with a team like the Chiefs and really be like, okay, and kind of make the Chiefs be like the team, okay, forget about that dynasty. We're going to be the new dynasty. So, and I know, people are probably like, whoa, you're kind of slow to brakes a little bit. But hey, when you win the Super Bowl, I think you have every right to bring that possibility up, especially after hearing that your coach is already on to next season, your quarterback is already on to next season, and that actually happened very quickly. I felt like this team, obviously, they celebrated at first when the Super Bowl happened, when the parade was happening, everything like that. But when it came down to it, and when mini camps came down to it, they were focused on next season. They obviously saw the mural that was in NovaCare Complex. They saw that. That was really cool looking. It is really breathtaking for sure. But at the same time, though, they know what they're here to do. They know what the goal is to do again, and that is to prove a lot of people wrong. They did it last year, and now they got to prove even more people wrong as the defending champs. And let's see if they can do it. I think they do have a great chance to do it, but you got a really hungry league. You got some really great teams out there that want to get that Super Bowl trophy, that want to compete for it, and they'll do whatever it takes to get that.
Sorry, didn't realize I was muted. I was going to say, well, hey, we almost need our own intro for when we get a rival fan on here. My friends, my Eagles brothers, I should say, please join me in giving a warm welcome to by far our favorite Cowboys fan we know, Cowboy Chris. making his return to the show. How are ya?
What's up, brothers? How y'all doing, man? What's going on? What is happening? Greetings from San Francisco, California. How y'all doing, man?
San
Great.
Fran.
Wait, San
How's it going, Chris?
Francisco.
Yeah, man. I'm in San
You see a lot of Niners fans out there. You take care of them for us.
Hey, I argue with Niner fans and Raider fans every day at work. It's awesome. I have a wonderful time with them, and it was just like one time a Raider fan came at me, and I was like, dude, are you sure you want to do this? Are you sure you want to do this? Okay. People like to tell us how long it's been since the Cowboys won the Super Bowl. Raider fans, are you sure you want to do this? So then he started saying, "Go Eagles." I say, you're a bandwagoner. Okay, bro. What up, fellas? Man, I'm happy to be here, man. What's going on with y'all, man?
Hey, well, thank you for being
Nothing
here. Like we
much.
said, you know, KJ, I want to introduce you really quick before we get started to Dennis. This is Dennis. He helps run us with the Sixers, but he's also a diehard Eagles fan, and he runs our tailgates too.
It looked like Dennis don't know much with all that crap in the background, but you know, hey, I give him a break.
Hold up. All right. Look. All right.
Hey,
Wait until we at least get into the topic, and then you guys can debate on the topic at hand, Dennis. Because don't worry, we'll let Cowboys Chris take it first.
Bro. Microwave here. Let me get the popcorn out. All right.
All right, Cowboy Chris. The reason why we called you and brought you on this show, and thank you again for joining us, and thank you for being here, is we have a question for you, and I think I know which way you're going to go with this, but I want to hear why.
Okay.
Who is the better wide receiver in the NFL right now, A.J. Brown or CeeDee Lamb? Cowboys Chris.
All right. So you want the biased answer or the non-biased answer? Which one you want?
I'll take the bias first and the non-biased second.
Okay, biased answer, CeeDee Lamb. You know, hey man, CeeDee Lamb is the best damn receiver in the damn league. You know, we had to shut him down because he was going to break records, man. You know, hey, when you're the only receiver on the team last year, you know, of course he's the only weapon we had, and we had to throw it to him. CeeDee Lamb is one of those guys, man, that is always going to be open. He's that receiver. I'm always open. Throw me the damn ball. Now, non-biased, Chris, I'm going to be honest, okay? It's what offense you run, okay? In your offense, A.J. Brown fits perfectly. You're dynamic in the run game. So that means you got to one-on-one cover the guy, okay? And he has a 2 receiver, okay? So in your offense, of course, I'm like, yeah, A.J. Brown all day. All right, but in my offense, I would choose CeeDee Lamb. Now, who's the better of the 2? I'm trying not to be non-biased here. CeeDee Lamb. I'm gonna choose CeeDee. I'm gonna choose CeeDee, and the only reason I'm gonna choose CeeDee is because you guys know, as Eagle fans, sometimes AJ will disappear in the game. He'll disappear, and then he'll go over there and read his book. Why won't they throw me the ball? Chapter 2. And then he'll go and he'll fuss at his coach, and then he'll go back chapter 3. I'm still wide open. Come on, bro. So, you know, that's my only thing. That's the only reason I say about CD. CD is not going to pout about it if he don't get the ball, but we know we're going to throw him the ball anyway.
Please, can I go first?
Of course you can go, Dennis. Please go, Dennis.
Can I go first so I can gut this shit?
Are you sure? Now, I'm not the typical Cowboy fan, so you can try. Okay.
Guantanamo Bay. Lock down. I think you guys are still a little lost in your fantasies that you thought Des Bryant caught the freaking ball in Green Bay. Also, part 3. I think your boy's still blind from your stupid big window on the end of your stadium, who Jerry Jones thought was a good idea. Part 4 to that question: do you, as a Cowboys fan, have any internal knowledge or people that would know if Jerry Jones was caught alone in a room with Tony Romo? So on to part 5. AJ Brown is the top receiver, is that dude. He is the one that has a ring before CD choke, CD that doesn't show up because he cries, CD that I don't have a quarterback because he's a bum and he can't stay healthy and he thinks his whole thing's a sympathy show. My brother has to tweet for me because my fingers either broke or my toes broke or my foot broke. Part 6, my coach is an idiot. I've had 3 coaches, 4 coaches, and still can't win. Part 7, my owner's a moron. We haven't had a ring in 20 plus years. A brand new stadium that's only good for holding WrestleMania and Monster Jam. So again, AJ fucking Brown.
All right. So since it's my turn again,
actually it would be KJ's turn. It would be Cal.
I gotta rebut since you counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you still didn't.
It's a 3-on-1. He's got to talk 50% of the time for his team. Go ahead.
I'm giving my turn to Chris.
So since you couldn't count in order, we'll go and try to answer some of your idiotic statements. Okay. Number 1, CeeDee Lamb does have a quarterback. You can check his record versus your punk ass team. Okay. And number 2, because we're on number 2 now, because you skipped a bunch of things. He didn't get caught in a room with Jerry Jones. You don't have to worry about that. Number 3, we're on number 3 now. Dez did catch the fucking ball. You can ask Green Bay fans that. Number 4, since we're on number 4, I want you to up because you may have a cheesesteak in your fucking ear. So number 4, CeeDee Lamb is the man. You know he's the man, and the only reason you say he's not because you're an Eagle fan. So I give you that. And number 5, so I got 5 right now. I want you to keep up because we're at number 5. Okay, that means 5 fucking rings. It took you 60 years to get 2. So you only count the 2 you got right now. You don't want to talk about the 60 years before that. So now we're on number 6. Are you keeping up with? I'm not a typical Cowboy fan. I'm telling you, number 6, CeeDee Lamb is better than AJ Brown, and I'm gonna end it with number 7. Texas steak is always better than a fucking cheesesteak. I'm done.
Now, sorry, KJ, I'm not done yet. Here's my
next like what's it called? Ping pong all night. Get ready, KJ.
So this is my last one, Chris. I appreciate you. Thank you for at least being calm and not being that delusional Cowboys fan.
Seriously, best Cowboys fan we know. All jokes aside,
the biggest comeback that I have for you.
He is.
Did you have gray hair the last time you won the Super Bowl?
No, I did not.
Okay, then. So the team is your problem. And for that second part, no, I'll save the second part for later. Go ahead, KJ. I done hurt his feelings enough with the gray. Oh, no, never mind. No, I'm not done. Are you related to that Booth? Are you related to that dude Smooth? Because you are about just as delusional as that crybaby Pooh Bear looking dude that he posts on Facebook all the time.
Okay. Oh, I think I know who you're talking about. The dude who said that he was going to come to the link and whoop that ass this week 1. Yeah. That dude.
Well, I love when people call Cowboy fans delusional because they don't actually know the meaning of the word. So every year before you won the 2, you were saying the same thing. One day we're going to win this Super Bowl. One day. And I could have called you delusional. Now, of course, Cowboy fans are spoiled because the people my age are used to winning Super Bowls. So I give you that. All right. I didn't have gray hair the last time we won. That's true. But I can say this, just like you guys have witnessed your 2, I've witnessed all 5 of mine. So, I hate when y'all throw at Cowboy fans, have you seen the Super Bowl? And it's more Cowboy fans in Philadelphia than it is Eagle fans. So it don't matter. It's America's team.
Bad part of that statement, the only reason you can claim statement that you're America's team is because you have one part of the flag on your helmet. When we have the nation's bird as a fucking logo, stand on that.
Got a rebuttal. If you watch your lovely NFL films, the gentleman from Philadelphia that ran the NFL films named the Dallas Cowboys America's team, a person in your own city that is an Eagle fan. Now you can fact check me if you want to, but
all right, KJ, I'll let you go next. But you haven't seen, I was going to say Cowboys Chris in a little bit, first off.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's always great to talk to Cowboy Chris. Always great to talk to him. I try to tell Dennis that, hey, He's not one of the typical Cowboys fans. Like me and Chris go way back, so that's a good thing. But yeah, I mean,
we win and lose
yeah.
bets together.
Yeah, we've done some bets together too, so it's been a lot of fun. But yeah, I mean, this is a great topic, of course. I mean, both receivers, Pro Bowl level receivers, both dominant receivers. Really, I feel like both receivers, though, the good thing about them is they're both guys that obviously kind of are like a Megatron kind of player, like a Calvin Johnson kind of player, where you can throw it up to them, and most of the time they're going to catch it. A guy, it's kind of like they're always boxing out, kind of like in basketball. They're always boxing out, and they're always going to win against their defender. So I think with obviously CeeDee Lamb is more targeted than AJ. I think one of the reasons is because also we have Devontae Smith, and I think Jalen's got to spread the ball around. That's the only thing that I feel like if AJ was the focal point, if he was the number one, he probably would have very similar reception. Would have probably the same kind of numbers reception wise, and probably same kind of yards stats wise as CD, but he doesn't. So even as an Eagles fan, um, it's really tough to say that AJ is over CD because I mean, if you just look at the stats right now, it's obvious that CD has the upper hand. Um, but I think, I mean, if you got to be biased, if you got to be unbiased, I think it's really tough. But I probably would say if I had to pick a team and be like, okay, you know what, this guy, I want this guy for my team. Yeah, I mean, I gotta probably go, and I can't believe I'm saying this. Probably CeeDee Lamb. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I probably go CeeDee Lamb because what Chris was saying though, there's some times where, and I mean, I love AJ as a player. When AJ is dominant, when AJ is the man. Like it's awesome. But here's the thing why. Like it's like CD hasn't really been complaining. And I can't believe he's not. And it's kind of crazy to say that too, because he has Dak Prescott as a quarterback. He has Dak Prescott as a quarterback who went in the playoffs. I'm sorry, Chris, but in the postseason though, he just can't perform. And that's the bottom line. So, but I'm gonna say what's up?
He's 8-3 versus the Eagles.
No, but I was talking about the postseason, though. The postseason, though. Yes, he could probably does beat the Eagles, though. Yeah, in the regular season, I was talking about the postseason. Okay, the postseason. Like we've had success in the postseason recently, so that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But what I mean is like, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I do think I would probably say CeeDee Lamb, but then. Yeah, I feel like though if you go, it's like a right or wrong answer. It's tough. It's tough.
I'll say this real quick, Dennis, because I know you're going to want to get in here. Go ahead, Chris. Sorry.
I ask just one question though. When people like to give Dak Prescott postseason records, is it a quarterback record or is that a team record? You know, because everybody always fall back. It's always Dak Prescott fault. You know, and I go back to the Green Bay game when they came in there and stomped our ass when they were up 28-0. So was that Dak Prescott fault? It wasn't Dak Prescott fault. The defense gave up 28 unanswered points.
Personally, personally with me on a serious side and being a defensive coach and just watching how he plays quarterback, there's a lot of tendencies that Dak does that he shouldn't make this far in his career that I feel like, you know, Dak has a problem. Dak is not your answer. But a lot of his bad performance has costed y'all a lot of games. And if there's Cowboys fans that can't admit that, then there's your problem. You guys could have won games with Trey Lance, or you could have won games with Cooper Rush or whatever, and you take him out because you don't want to pay him because your owner's a scumbag. But I'm just saying, like, there's your quarterback's performance is bullshit.
Yeah,
you got a better chance of sending Antonio Brown to a strip club and making him pay a stripper than having your quarterback be accurate all season.
See, I was about to take you seriously because you said you coached and you did this, and then you want to judge my quarterback on his performance in the playoffs, right? Okay. So a quarterback that ain't worth crap, as you say, finished second in MVP voting. So just any quarterback can do that, right? That's what I'm saying. Any quarterback, he should have won it that year. But hey, they gave it to the highlight film, Lamar Jackson. But bro, I can't take you seriously when people say Dak Prescott is not a good quarterback. And when you said Trey Lance, a guy who can barely make an NFL team is better than Dak Prescott, I can't take you seriously, bro. I thought we was gonna have a football discussion. You just being a biased Eagle fan and not being a realistic football fan, bro. Dak Prescott.
You're not being realistic that you think you can win with Dak Prescott. You can't.
What do you mean we can't?
You can't win.
We hadn't won the Super Bowl like the Eagles. Okay, we hadn't won the Super Bowl.
Where's the trophy at, Dalton?
I just said we hadn't won the Super Bowl.
You can't win it with Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott is not your answer. You'd have had a better chance of signing Aaron Rodgers and winning a fucking Super Bowl than relying on that crybaby bum.
Okay, so a person on this show right here actually made TikToks and videos about Jalen Hurts. Is he really the man for you guys? Okay. So when you go and you get the best running back in the damn league and you get the best offensive line in the league and then you get the second best wide receiver in the league, you should win the damn Super Bowl. Now, Dak Prescott didn't have all that. Okay. Now, everybody talking about he had Zeke, he was a rookie. Okay, cool. No problem. All right. But after that, we got washed up Zeke. We got other people that playing in the backfield that don't even compare to your running back. Okay. We got one receiver. And you keep forgetting last year, Dak Prescott had 12 starters hurt. 12. And half of them was on offense, including himself. So, when you say Dak can't do it, I don't understand that, man. It's a lot of quarterbacks hadn't won the damn Super Bowl, but you target Dak Prescott because he played for the Cowboys. If he was the kid out in LA for the Chargers, you think he's better than Dak. But what the hell has he done but lost a 28-point lead in the playoffs? Come on, bro. You got to be realistic. Don't just be a biased fan. Watch football sometime.
All right, I'll say this. Chipping in on I'll speak on Dak too, but let me get into this first. AJ and CeeDee. This is a fun debate, like KJ said, because when you're talking about two of the best in the league, it's obviously. You guys know I'm sitting in a green fucking room. Spoiler alert, I'm taking AJ Brown. I was surprised, though, to see KJ rock out with CeeDee, but that does tell you KJ is a realistic.
Doesn't mean I like him better.
I don't think KJ's wrong. Like, I want to be clear. Like, I get his side. I get his point. Totally understand it. When you're talking about two of the league's best, like, this is a wishbone type of debate, if you guys get what I'm saying. It can go either way. There's no wrong answer. But I'm going to take A.J. Brown based on these guys are two different. Like, CeeDee Lamb is one of the league's best route runners, up there with Justin Jefferson, whereas A.J. Brown is that physical one-on-one, like Cowboy Chris alluded to earlier, one-on-one, go out, get it, go up for it. So in our scheme, our system, like Chris said, obviously I'm going to take AJ. But in the Cowboys scheme, I can see why they would want CeeDee Lamb, why he would make more sense for them, why he would have more yards than AJ Brown, for God's sake. But when you talk about the season that AJ just had, like they did a ranking on WIP this past week where everybody did their top 11 Philly athletes. And if you look at where I have A.J. Brown, right there in that 3 slot, A.J. Brown, I think this year is going to establish himself as the best wideout in the NFL. I don't think he's there yet. I think he's like fluctuating anywhere in that 3 to 5 spot. Same with CeeDee Lamb in that 3 to 5 spot. That's why there's no right answer or wrong answer, I would say. I'll take A.J., but I'm an Eagles fan, so obviously I have a bias. But where A.J. Brown's at in his career, where the Eagles are at right now, I think that A.J. Brown has a good shot to be the best wide receiver in the NFL next year. What do you think of that, Chris?
I got a question for you guys real quick. If Devontae Smith get the ball as much as A.J. Brown, he would be the better receiver. But
Fair.
your number one is A.J. because y'all throw the ball to him more. It was in some games, man, I was watching, I was like, the guy is kid. I was like, why don't they throw the ball to Devontae Smith? Why? It's like
he's not as much as a scheme fit in the wide receiver one, I think is what it is.
I just like I always see him open though. I'm like the kid is always open, right? So, but I'm just saying. So if y'all throw it to him, he would be better than AJ. But AJ he's a combination of receivers. He's Debo. He's Jerry Rice. He's Randy Moss, all rolled in one. He's a great athlete. He's a great receiver. I'm not shitting on AJ Brown. Wish I had him, but I don't. But I just think CeeDee Lamb is better, and we can afford him, and we can. Y'all like the little jabs you try. We can't afford him. Yeah, we can.
Man, I missed you. You know that? I missed you.
We did. We definitely did.
Look, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna be the guy. Chris, I love you, man. I just met you. I'm glad we could have this fun. Not many people can take my banner of being an asshole. So, hats off to you, bro. Good luck this season. Look forward to kicking your ass week 1. So,
wait, Dennis, do you want to show? Dennis, do you want to show Cowboy Chris your tattoo?
Oh yeah.
No.
We might have just got there, baby, but it's right on the heart.
Not that one. No, not that one. I'm talking about the one on your arm that says Cowboy on it.
No, because that's not tied to that.
It looks like
it's
the
tied
Cowboys.
to fire department, Jack.
It does look like the Cowboys.
It looks like
we first met him.
I didn't mean the
any kind of arsenal. Shut up, KJ.
It is kind of funny to laugh about.
You lost your Eagle card for the next 2 weeks, okay? Shut up.
I slandered Dak Prescott, okay? I did that too.
No, if you had heart of an Eagle fan, you'd have botched him like I did.
Let me say this too about Dak, all right? Dak Prescott is an underrated QB. Like when you're talking about AJ, CeeDee, Philly, versus Dallas, it's a great debate to have because it's kind of funny because when you think about it, the wide receiver caliber and the QB caliber, I feel like are on similar pars for both of them. Like when you're talking about regular season Jalen Hurts versus regular season Dak Prescott, it's fair to say that they're similar QBs. The problem is the postseason. And I do want to go back to what Chris said too. Chris made a really great take that I think a lot of people do shit on Dak Prescott in the playoffs, being like, they lost this game because of Dak. It's fair to say that they've lost some games because of Dak, but I do agree with Chris that it's more of a team loss for the Cowboys of why. Like, when it goes bad, it goes bad. Same with the Eagles. We've had them in the playoffs, so I think that's a fair point to say. But when it comes to Dak, I mean, I said this on Chris's show, you got to give the guy credit, too, because if you want to talk about adversity, humble, great leader, that's why I think it's fair to say he's on the same caliber as Jalen Hurts. He leads the Cowboys in the – like, that's why he still has the job. You think that if he wasn't good enough, Jerry Jones wouldn't be fucking itching to get him out of there? Like, it's his baby. There's a reason that Dak Prescott still has that job. So I do think that he's better than some people give him credit for. And I do agree with your take, too, about the team thing, Chris.
Yeah, man. I just my whole thing is just like a lot of Cowboy fans do this too. When Tony Romo was the quarterback, everybody hated Tony Romo, except for me. Everybody hated him. As soon as Tony Romo retired, he was the greatest quarterback ever. Okay. Then when Troy Aikman at the end of his career, man, he sucks, man. I wish we had somebody else. And then as soon as he retired, man, he's the greatest quarterback ever. It happens, man. It's what have you done for me lately, fans? I'm more of a body of your career fan. I'm not gonna judge you off of one freaking game. Okay, I'm not gonna do it because remember you guys were struggling with Jalen Hurts. Okay, and his 2 best games has been in the Super Bowl. Okay, but if you go back and just like KJ was pissed off, remember y'all lost to the Jets, KJ, and how pissed off you were about that.
I was in the shower drinking liquor. Okay. He was crying, I think. We were tears.
I was not crying. I was not crying about it.
Sorry, he got sand in his eye, Chris. Sorry.
It happens, guys. It happens. I just hate when everybody blame the quarterback for a team loss because the quarterback can't win a game by himself unless you are Patrick Mahomes. But he couldn't do that in the Super Bowl. So it's a team game. You say that man just said Patrick Mahomes is a bum. I love
He's
you.
this
I love
era
you,
Tom
Dennis.
Brady,
I
bro.
love you.
He's this era Tom Brady. He is this era's Tom Brady. Tom Brady left, and then they needed somebody else to feel sorry for, and they throw flags for every time.
I love Dennis.
He's awesome, man. When we
Why
met
y'all
him
been
in
hiding?
the
Why y'all been hiding Dennis from me?
Are you coming week 1 to Philly? Is there any shot you come?
Please do. Please do.
That's tough. It's a Thursday night game, and it's gonna be in the middle of my move. I'm actually moving to Seattle too.
Damn it!
Really?
That is tough.
Wow.
Please find a way. So that way I can come to your seat. Please.
Yeah.
Now you got to deal with Seahawks fans.
Oh, they easy to deal with.
What's that one going to be? Oh, I dropped the ball in your stadium and we lost our playoff spot that day. When your boy Romo was supposed to be so good.
See what I mean? Tony Romo lost the game, right?
Don't go after my quarterback.
His prediction is coming to fruition right there on the show. Wait, I got one more question for you, Cowboy Chris, before we get out of here. This is actually something we're debating tonight on the show. Can we get the outside opinion before you head out? Is Jalen Hurts a top 5 QB in the NFL? And if not, can you give us your top 5? It doesn't have to be in order, just even off the top of the dome if you can.
First of all, I want to give Jalen Hurts his props because I didn't like him coming out of college because when Tua Tagovailoa took his job in the championship game, I was like, dude, what is he going to be in the pros? Okay. So, but the guy he came back. He was resilient. He worked hard and he got the starting job for the Eagles and he's been getting better every year. Okay. So I have to say that. Okay. I don't think he's the top 5 quarterback. I do got him at 10. Okay. I got him at 10. He's in the top 10 because you can't deny what he's done. Okay. He's balled out in the playoffs when you really needed it. So I will give him that credit. All right. But my top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL this season, I'm going off of last season. Let's say last season. All right. Number 1, I'm going to give it to Josh Allen. I'm a Josh Allen fan. I love Josh Allen. Number 2, Mahomes. Number 3, I would give it to Burrow. Number 3. Number 4. Number 4 is tough. Number 4, I would give it to the kid in Houston. His name is
Stroud.
Love Stroud. Okay, I just love the way he plays, even though he's a crap eye, Buckeye. And number 5, who would be my 5th quarter? And I'm not gonna say Dak because I got Dak at 7. Number 5, who would be number 5? Yeah, I thought, and I'm not a big Lamar fan. I'm not, but I would give him 5. And the reason I'm not a big Lamar fan is because this last playoff, he actually threw the ball in the playoffs. My whole thing is a quarterback, you got to throw the ball when you need to. And he was more of a running back to me. You know, I was like, man, he's a wishbone running back, you know. But last year he threw the ball better because he had better receivers. And I think if his tight end catches the ball in Buffalo, he could have done a little bit more damage.
Yeah. I think that's fair. Fair point.
But I do have Jalen at 10. I got Dak at 7.
Okay.
That's a good rank. I get that ranking as an outside fan. Hey, Chris, I appreciate you joining us tonight. Can you please let the people know, if you guys are going to give any Cowboys fan a follow, you got to give this guy a follow. Can you please let them know where they can give you a follow?
All right, man. I am one of the co-hosts of the Cowboy Up podcast. We broadcast on Tuesday night, 8 o'clock Central Time. So that's 9 o'clock your time on Tuesday nights. You can also find me on TikTok, Dallas Cowboy Chris on TikTok. My X account is right below, and it's also my Instagram account at Dallas Cowboy Chris, and that's where you can find me.
We appreciate you for joining, man. Thank you, brother. Have a good night.
Hey, anytime. Y'all know I love all of y'all on 302 Birds. I can't wait till the season. And if I get a chance to get to Philadelphia to ruin that party, I'll let y'all know, brother. But hey,
That would
man,
be great. We'll all be there,
You
all
can come
three
to our
of us.
barbecue for sure.
Yeah, all right.
Come
Hey,
to
thanks
tailgate.
for
We
that.
got your back.
All
Thank you,
right,
man.
brother. Thanks. Peace.
Peace.
All right, we'll see.
Guys, please make sure to give Cowboy Chris a follow. But wrapping up the show here, we'll take it now. Top 5 QBs. I got my ranking. I got Mahomes 1, Allen 2, Hurts, I actually have 3. The reason is Hurts just won a Super Bowl, and Burrow's 4 for me, and Lamar's 5. Neither of those guys have won a Super Bowl. Burrow's been in one, but Hurts has been in 2. So I think it's fair to put Hurts over Burrow in that category now. How much do you really count postseason success in your ranking? I'll count postseason success. How many Super Bowls do you have? How many have you played in? How many NFC championships? How many playoff games? So on and so forth. And even though I do agree with some of what Cowboy Chris said about, hey, some of these franchises haven't put their QBs in good enough spots, right? The Eagles consistently have put Jalen Hurts in a good spot. It doesn't matter. Like, at the end of the day, that plays to Jalen's benefit in this argument. But it's why I still have him there. I mean, number 1, once again, top 5 QBs in the NFL for Dalton. Number 1, Patrick Mahomes. Number 2, Josh Allen. Number 3, Jalen Hurts. 4, Joe Burrow. And 5, Lamar Jackson. Let me know in the comments, in order, what's your guys' ranking, because I definitely think right now where Jalen Hurts is at in the NFL, after this season specifically, whether or not you want to say 2 years ago, whether or not you want to say a year ago, whether or not you want to say a year from now, 2 years from now, doesn't matter. Right now, he's definitely, I would say, top 3, in my opinion. Now, obviously, it's biased. I'm sitting in a green fucking room. But if you want to talk about postseason success, regular season success, the two factor together, I have an equation in my head. I don't fucking know what it is. I should write it out. But my point is, I'm taking Jalen Hurts over most of these QBs. Because also leadership. How do you lead a team? How do you succeed? How do you act under adversity? You know what I mean? And Jalen Hurts succeeds at all that. So no doubt for me, Jalen Hurts is not just a top 5 QB, but a top 3 QB. Dennis, we'll let you take it. How do you feel? Top 5?
Mine actually goes Josh Allen. So Josh Allen, I've got Jalen at 2. Then I got Lamar at 3. Tanner McKee at 4. And whatchamacallit? Crap. Kid's got potential. I keep forgetting his name. I got Purdy at 5 actually. So I don't have Dak Prescott in the top 10. I don't have Mahomes in the top 10. And it's biased because I hate Mahomes and I feel like referees win him games. McKee, I'm a biased Eagles fan and I just kind of want to do it to be spiteful.
Yeah.
KJ, who are yours?
Yeah, so pretty interesting list for sure. Tanner McKee, I did not think I would hear that name. But you know what? It's better than having Dak Prescott in the top 10, so I'll take that. But yeah, I think in my opinion, I'm gonna say Mahomes is probably number 1. I'm gonna say he's number 1. I think he definitely is. Even if refs are winning him games, he still is number 1. Number 2, I probably gotta go with Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen, it sucks that he hasn't had the best teams around him, especially on the defensive side. That I know Bills fans, and they've said the defense has just been horrible for them. So I think with him, it's just like I feel like, he just needs more success in the playoffs. And I mean, but even though like he keeps on getting stopped by Mahomes, unfortunately. And then, yeah, I think at 3, I think you gotta put Lamar. Even though I know Lamar isn't your traditional quarterback, I still think Lamar is a top 3 quarterback. That's what I think. And then I probably put Jalen in there. I put Jalen at 4. I'm gonna put Jalen at 4. Then I'm gonna put Mahomes, not Mahomes. Then I would probably put Jaden Daniels. I think Jaden Daniels, even after one season, has already showed that he's got a lot of potential. He's already shown that he, even as a rookie, he's already a top 5 quarterback. So I think Jaden Daniels definitely. And then I probably put at 6. I probably put Brock Purdy. I probably put him there. I probably put Stroud after that at 8. Stroud would be at 8. Then 9. 9 is a toss up. I feel like you could go with trying to think who you go with at 9. Who the heck can you go with at 9?
Just say Tim Tebow.
Oh, Jared Goff. Jared Goff. I'd probably go
I
Jared
was going to
Goff
say
at 9.
Goff or Stafford is who I was thinking in my head.
Yeah,
Goff is a great one.
Jared Goff at 9, and then at 10, I'd probably go with Prescott. I'd probably say Prescott at 10. Then I'll give him 10. But yeah, then I think then the list goes.
Yeah. It's funny because I'm glad you brought up Daniels too, because I think Jaden Daniels definitely deserves to be in this conversation. Just not quite yet. We got to see one more year. He's on my fringe. Like my fringe list guys were actually Jaden Daniels, Matt Stafford, and Dak Prescott. Those are my 3 guys that are like right there. They just are like, that's probably my 6, 7, 8. I don't know what order right now, but that's probably my fringe guys. My top 5, no doubt though. Mahomes, Allen, Hurts, Burrow, Lamar. Like if no doubt, whatever order you want to put them in, that should be your realistic top 5. Like based on success, based on regular season, based on postseason, based on Super Bowl, based on everything. That should be your top 5. Now, what order do you want to put it in? That's up to you. But that's all we got for tonight. I know we got to wrap it up a little bit quicker just because it's wedding season, as I said, and want to give a humongous shout out to Ashley and Connor. We're headed out to Chicago. KJ's already there. I'll be there tomorrow. Looking forward to it. It's going to be a great trip. But want to give a huge thank you and shout out to Ashley for everything she does for the podcast. And shout out to her and Connor on their wedding day, which I believe will be Saturday or Friday. Friday will be the wedding. Reception Saturday. Get ready. Yeah. It's going to be a great time. And stay tuned for some content because who knows? Maybe I'll be challenging KJ McCoy to a dance-off on the dance floor. You guys will have some stuff to laugh at, I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't know if you want that.
Yeah, Dennis is saying buckle up. He's definitely right. But Dennis, want to thank you for joining us tonight, man. I know it's a busy-ass week for you. Got a ton of shit going on, but we appreciate you always holding it down and answering the call, man.
No, this is family. We ride it out. We stick together, 302 Birds. You guys can always find me, Dennis 302 Sixers, covering Sixers needs. Right now, things have been a little quiet for the Sixers, waiting to gear for the draft. So me and KJ have kind of been just trying to take the downtime to find some content for you guys. We got some good stuff in the future. Also trying to plan out some good tailgates. If things are a little bit harder because I am now in Florida, but inform Dalton that plans are in motion for tailgates this year. Be prepared for that. Getting prepared for a wrestling show next week. Stay tuned for any news on that. You can see me back in the ring, maybe put somebody through a table up in Philadelphia. You never know. God bless you guys. Thank you for letting me be a part of this team. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you for riding this out with us on each and every show. KJ, stop it before you get us canceled. Dalton.
What? I was just doing.
Always,
I was fixing my hat.
Stop it.
Fixing my hat.
We're not talking about the freaking Wilmington Blue Rocks. Shut up.
Well,
Dalton,
KJ,
as always, you're appreciated. I love you, bro.
No worries, man. Thank you guys.
What about me? What about the loan for me?
No, you lost your Eagle card for the next 2 weeks. You freaking picked CeeDee Lamb over AJ Brown.
I'm an AJ Brown fan. I'm an AJ. To you, I've been on this show longer than you. Okay, all right. You did it. Okay, all right. I've been here. Okay, don't make me put this hand down. Don't make me do it. All right?
I think you need to tune up.
When we go on Cowboys fan show, things get crazy. When they come on our show, things get crazy. But I want to thank KJ and Dennis for being here. I know they both got a ton going on. Max hanging out in Chicago. Dennis is hanging out down in Florida, and they're holding it down. But stay tuned because the real king of South Philly, Fratty, is going to be holding it down for 302 Birds this weekend. Fratty, want to thank you, man. Get ready. Phillies post-game show, give us some grace, as we mentioned. And last but not least, if you guys haven't, want to give a big 2 shout-outs. One to Nick's Pizza, sponsoring the show. If you guys haven't, I got it for lunch today. It was awesome. Go out to Nick's Pizza. Tell them Dalton from 302 Bird sent you. They'll appreciate it. But their staff is amazing. Their food is exceptional. And their vibes are off the chart. Last but not least, want to give a huge shout-out as well to Frost Buddy. If you guys haven't, go check it out right now. TikTok shop. We got a video on it. It'll tell you about everything. Basically, it's a universal can cooler. Any size can, it can cool it down just like a Yeti cooler. It's amazing. It's exceptional. You guys need one for yourselves. Other than that, one last shout out and round of applause. Woo! For Ashley and Connor getting married this weekend. Woo! Gonna be a lot of fun, and get ready for that. But other than that, I'm Dalton. That's Dennis. That's KJ. We're 302 Birds, and hope everybody has a great week. Go Birds! Go Phils!
What we got? 302 Birds, United States. Go Birds. Oh my gosh, Chad.
Your favorite Chicagoan. Go Phils.
As always, God bless. Go Birds.